All right, so we're back here, Gamer Tag Radio. We have legend, one of my favorite groups of all time, Little Brother. We got Phonte here, man. Phonte, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
Man, thank you for having me, brother. I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you.
Yeah, you know what? Originally, I wanted to have you guys on for a long time. Actually, I was supposed to go to one of your shows back in 2020 in New York, right before the
Yeah.
pandemic, and then
Yeah, a
everything
lot
went
of shit was
down.
supposed to happen in 2020.
Yeah, everything went down. But yeah, because I got super excited for the album that came out during that time and everything. So yeah, man, been a huge fan from way back, man. So tell us a little bit about how's it been since back to the last album. You guys been working on any new projects or anything?
Yeah, really, the main thing that we've been working on since the last album, May the Lord Watch, is really just working on a documentary, that's of the same name, May the Lord Watch. And we're looking to have that done, by the end of this year, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, that was something that I made a lot of records, made a lot of albums, but making a film is a completely different thing. And making a film about your life is something really even different.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, this is something that we've really been taking our time on. We've been working on for 5 years, and we feel like we're at a spot now where we really got the story, right. We know, the story that we want to tell. We've kind of figured out what it is that we want to say, and yeah, man, it's rough, but I think people are gonna like it.
Oh, cool. Wait, when you say rough, there's gonna be a lot of controversy in this, or
I
what?
mean, I don't even know if it's controversy, but I mean, it's
Hmm.
just raw. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't
Yeah.
think it's worth you telling our story and trying to make it pretty. You know what I mean? So it's
Hmm.
the good, the bad, the ugly is all of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
nah, man. But we feel good about it, and yeah, I'm just ready to get it done. I just need it out my life at this point. I just need it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I think it is important to see the behind the scenes of like the good and bad and the ugly of the working on projects and about you guys personally. 'Cause there's a lot of people that just know you about your music, but they don't know you personally. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to
Yeah.
see that, and I can't wait to check it out. Is this something that's going to be available like in streaming services, or this is
Yeah,
one of
more like
those? Yeah.
Yeah, more like it'll be streaming. I mean, we're still in the process of figuring it out. Our whole thing is just,
Hmm.
we want to make the film that we want to make first and foremost. And then once that's done, whoever the best partner is that makes sense for it, we'll run with them.
Hmm.
But first and foremost, our foremost duty is to make the film that we want to see.
Yeah.
So that's where we at with it.
Yeah, a couple years back, I got to watch a video interview with you guys, man, and you started talking about video games. So I was like, wait a minute, wait, Fonte's into gaming? Oh man, I got to talk to him, man. So I know during the interview, shout out to Aaron, Ashley, Simon. I know you
Yeah,
guys
shout out
were,
to Eric. That's the
yeah,
homie.
yeah, you guys were talking about, I think it was Flower, one of the
Yeah,
really
man.
cool, unique game, and I was very surprised that you mentioned that, man. What type of games are you into, man?
Man, so I'm generally more of I'm not a big first person shooter. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can play like Call of Duty and I was in the for a minute, like I think Call of Duty, and I would play God, was it Battlefield
Oh,
or
Battlefield, yeah.
I'll run that. It was a one back in the day. I used to run Sniper, I think Sniper Elite or Sniper. It
Oh
was a
my
sniper
God,
game.
I remember the Sniper Elite. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to run that. I run Sniper Elite here and there,
Yeah.
but generally not really a first person shooter. I mean, I'll get into them, but not, that's not kind of my fave. I
Mhm.
definitely am more like third person. Big survival horror fan. So
Mhm.
Last of Us, Resident Evil. I still gotta finish the last Resident Evil. I started it, but I didn't finish it.
The remake,
Um,
the remake that just came
no,
out.
no, 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 no. The one that came out like a year or two ago, Resident
Oh,
Evil.
was it 8? Resident Evil 8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I forgot
Village,
what the title of
Village.
Village. That's the one. Yeah, Village.
Yeah,
Yeah, I started it and like I think I made like a crucial mistake, so I'm probably just gonna start over and play it from jump.
yeah.
But yeah, Resident Evil, I was always a big fan of that. I really big fan of running guns, so I can't say enough about Cuphead. I think that is like
Hmm.
one of the most insane games ever fucking made. It's just brutal. But I beat it and I was like, yeah, man, yeah, I felt like I really did something with my life when I beat that fucking game. 'Cause that shit
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
uh
it reminds me of like the old games where it's like really difficult, you know what I'm saying? But I'm surprised it's passing, 'cause not a lot of people have done it, man. You know, I finished it too, a normal, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
oh yeah, normal. Yeah, I didn't listen. Let me tell you so. Let me be clear. I game, but all these motherfuckers is like, yo, I want to play it on the hardest. Fuck out it.
yeah, you're like
I'm
no.
44 years old. I
Yeah.
will play the game the way it came. Period.
Yeah.
Like I don't need no extra adventure. I don't need no. I'm gonna play. Like I just finished like day before yesterday, bro. I finally finished after like months. I finally got 100% on God of War on
Oh,
Ragnarok.
nice. That's a
I
great game
finally got
too.
it. That shit is a lot of game, dog. That
Yeah.
shit is a lot of game. And then you beat the game, and then they give you new game plus where you can, use your weapons and shit. And I was like, hold up. Like, y'all want me to do this shit all over
Are
again?
you gonna try to do that? Oh no.
Fuck no. I'm not doing that.
It's
Like, no,
okay.
I'm not playing that shit again. Like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the fucking puzzles and Norner chests and goddamn them fucking the hive. Fuck no, I'm not doing that shit again.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it was a big game. I beat that. You know what I'm saying? Finally completed, got 100 on that.
Dope.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, man. What else I was on? I don't know if you fuck with it. Did you ever fuck with this joint, Seafood? Did you ever play
Oh yeah,
that?
I love seafood. Seafood is dope.
Seafood beat my ass. Like I got Seafood,
Hmm.
and I ran up in that bitch thinking it was gonna be Double Dragon and shit.
Oh
Man,
no, it's not like Double Dragon at
nah.
all.
I was 52 in the club. I was like, you know what? Let me just start over.
Yeah, yeah. That's one game I couldn't really finish because I always get stuck because my character gets older,
Oh
and
yeah.
and yeah, I could just never complete the game. I'm like, you know what, I'm done. But I love the concept though. The concept is pretty cool.
No, the
Yeah,
concept is really I thought it was really innovative. But
yeah.
the
Hmm.
game itself it beat my ass. So I just I stepped off from it.
Yeah, you know what? So when I used to work at G4, I was working on a project. We wanted to do something special about the Dev Jam games. Remember those games that
Yeah,
came
the
out with
vendetta.
yeah
Yeah, yeah.
Vendetta and all that stuff. So we were like, man, I know Phonte is into gaming. I would love to have him on, and it just didn't work out because we were rushing this project and everything, right? But do you remember the old school Def Jam Vendetta games? Oh, Vendetta and
Yeah.
like the other stuff.
Vendetta like fight for New York or
Yeah,
something. Or
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I
yeah.
didn't really play them, but I do remember like them being a thing. I wasn't really I didn't play them, but I remember those games. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, that I was like, man, that was a really cool concept. You know, having a lot of hip hop artists and actually DJs as commentaries and stuff. It was really cool, man. So yeah, that was one of the main reasons I'm like, yo, I gotta contact him, man, because he's probably into this too, man. So
Oh no, no, I
yeah,
definitely looked into it.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, man. So what else is going on with you, man? Like, are you also working on any solo projects on your own too, or no? In the future.
Yeah, I'm probably getting back into it. I mean, I just working on the doc for so long.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first creative project. Normally I have like a lot of things I'm kind of working on at once. If I'm working on a record for me and I may be producing something for someone else, or I may be,
Mm-hmm.
just doing, QLS or doing whatever, I can kind of just do a lot of things creatively to keep myself busy. But in the particular case of doing the doc, it just sucks up everything. Like, it leaves no room for nothing else. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually haven't been in the studio working on this doc. I really haven't been in the studio for some time. I've done stuff here and there. So I haven't been in some time. So I'm kind of really looking forward now to like scratching that itch and getting back in.
Yeah, yeah, man. I just love you guys' music, man. It's really cool, man. So, are you also? Have you guys gotten any other opportunity? Can I know? You guys were in the soundtrack of NBA 2K6 from one of your tracks. There is there anything else besides that you guys have done in the past with gaming too, or no?
Yeah, I just had we did like that in 2K6. It was some game. I cannot remember which one it was. This was back in the day. This had to be like oh 06, 07, something.
Hmm.
There was another game that I want to say Pooh and our manager at the time, Doe, they did voiceover for like they might have been, Thug number 4 and like Mac 3 or some shit. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
one of those kind of things.
yeah.
But they did that and just literally recently, a few weeks ago, my song Sweet You was in MLB The Show
Yes,
23.
I was gonna mention that because I have MOB. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, is that Pooh, what the? That's a Fonte. What the heck? You know what I'm saying? So wait, is your solo joint or it's like a little brother
Nah,
son
Sweet You is a solo joint. That's
solo
a
joint?
record. did. Yeah, that's the record I did. That was from my last solo album, No News is Good News, and that was the record I did with my brother, Tall Black Guy. Shout out to him. And
Yeah.
so they picked that one to use, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, yeah, because actually, I got the game for review, right? And by the way, I don't know if you tried the MLB the Show, but yo, it's really dope. It's really
I heard
cool.
it's dope. I'm just not. I'm honestly not.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not a sports fan like in general. So like
Yeah, yeah, it's all good.
So then just like a video sports game, like
Hmm.
nah. I think the only sports game that I would play. I think my sports run ended at like Madden. Like Madden.
You know what? A lot of people did, man. I got over not. I just got tired of the same thing over and over again. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's good to like take a long break from any sports game, then come back, and by the time you come back, it's probably like a little bit different, you know, graphically and like new features and stuff like that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
like
saying?
now the games are way more complicated. Like I see them, I'm like, damn, you actually almost got to know how to play basketball to do this. Like
Yeah,
I can't play this shit. So
yeah, yeah.
nah, the sports games now. My son, he's in the both my boys, they're in the 2K. So they run 2K, all day and night. But yeah, that chapter of my life is closed.
Yeah, yeah. You should mention like I've been in that game too, right? In the soundtrack,
You
you
know
know
what
what
I
I'm
mean? Right, right.
saying?
World clock. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, if you ever had an opportunity to work with like a studio, like okay, we want to have you or your group to be part of the soundtrack or even voice acting or something like that.
Yeah.
Was there any let's say two or three studios that you would love to work on the project with them in the future, like to be part of or something
Oh my God.
as a fan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As a fan. Oh my God, man. Uh I guess I'll just say just the games that I like.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, Santa Monica, they did God of War. I mean, I think that is just an amazing game.
Hmm.
Uh, it wasn't too many black people in God of War, so I don't know if
We
I,
need more. We need more than that.
yeah, you know
Exactly.
what I mean. Well,
Exactly.
the guy that does Kratos was Christopher Judge.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a brother, and
Hmm.
he did an amazing job.
Hmm.
But yeah, I love that one. I really loved just The Last of Us. I just thought that was just an amazing game. I still got part two. I still haven't even opened part two yet. But
Hmm.
the first Last of Us, I mean, that was just an experience. Um,
Hmm.
and another one from me that I loved, that if some way, and again, I don't know how I would even fit into these games or whatever. I'm just saying these are the ones I fuck with. Ghost of Tsushima.
Ooh, oh, that game is amazing.
Yeah, man, that shit is gorgeous, bro.
Amazing. That's
That
like
was
a
my
movie. That's a
pandemic.
movie, bro.
Oh yeah, I was playing that shit in like, I go plus I played in like black and white and
Oh,
Curacao
I was gonna
mode.
ask you if you play the normal or black and white. Black and white is the one to play with, personally
Yeah,
for
I
me.
would play
Yeah,
in black and white for a little bit, but then I would switch the color because I wanted to see the blood and shit. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I
yeah,
want to motherfuckers bleed out. So nah, I'll run that.
yeah.
Let me think, man. Yeah, but in terms of voiceover gaming and stuff, yeah, I mean, I guess wherever it would fit or wherever it would make sense.
Hmm.
In a being like a soldier or whatever in like a Call of Duty, just yelling shit out. I guess that could be cool.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah,
yeah. I was gonna ask you, man. I know you mentioned that your doc is coming out sometime this year, right? And I think this is a very important year. It's the 50th year anniversary of hip hop, man. Like how hip hop has changed your life, and how cool it would be, man, to have this out at the time where to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the culture, man.
yeah, nah, man, it definitely is a humbling experience, to be living in the 50th year of hip hop and also the 20th year of Little Brother. You know, what I mean, it's definitely been a humbling experience. And when we did our show in New York, our Brooklyn Bowl show, we sold it out.
Hmm.
And and I even said that night, I said, there's 20 years of history up here on stage, but there's also 20 years of history out in the crowd because there's people in that crowd that have been pulling up on us for 20 years. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it's people in that crowd that we've seen get old, you know, I mean, just as we got old, get older, get married, get divorced, have kids, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like we've actually, kind of gone through life together. So for me to just to be on stage and like really kind of taking in 20 years, it's kind of surreal because 20 years in this business is a good night's sleep. I mean, it goes by like that, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Hmm.
it definitely is really humbling, and hopefully, with the doc just coming at this time, it'll just kind of be incorporated into just all of this celebration. Nobody expected hip hop to last this long. Like nobody expected rap music to last 50 years. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Nobody expected it to be, 40 and 50-year-old rappers still making music and still delivering and still, not just being relevant, you know what I'm saying, but just actually being profitable. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I'm just always extremely humbled and excited just to be a part of that history.
Yeah, no, I tell you, when I remember discovering you guys back then, man, it reminded me of like Tribe and De La and a little bit of Wu, like just
Yeah.
of like those groups that, and especially now that lasted this long, because usually they probably release like one album and that's it, they'll break up and that's it. But you guys been releasing multiple projects, man. So I'm glad that you guys are still, working together and still releasing good music, man. Really, really
Thank
good
you, man.
music, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, man. So, I'm just gonna wrap it up here, man. But if you would like to promote anything else, man, you're also if people want to continue to follow you for updates, what would be like the best play to find out?
Oh man, they can hit me on IG. I'm on IG and Twitter at Fontigalo,
Hmm.
Phontigalloo on IG and Twitter. Those kind of my main kind of playgrounds. I don't really do social as much as I used to do these days. It's just I just don't have the time, and it takes more away than it gives. It's just exhausting.
Yeah.
So I try to limit my time on it, but I'm still there kicking it. You can also just check our site, littlebrothernc.com. That's kind of the home base for everything. You know what I'm saying? For shows, for merch, for just any new music coming out, you can definitely check us there. Yeah, you check my other group, the Foreign Exchange, the foreignexchangemusic.com. Check me out there as well. You check me on Questlove Supreme. Shout out to my big brother Questlove and my whole Team Supreme family. Check us every week wherever you get your podcasts. You know what I mean? It's just Music Nerd Central. And yeah, just check for me just for new music. Check for me on Sesame Street. You know what I mean? You check me for me a lot of places, but I'm thankful for everybody just for supporting our careers over these years, and I'm just really thankful and blessed that for everybody for rocking with us.
Yeah, and you never know. Maybe you bump into him online playing some games.
You might, you
You
might,
might. You
you
might.
might. You know what I'm saying? You might see me.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. All right, Fonte, man. Thanks a lot, man, for the conversation, man.
Oh, no problem, Danny. Thank you for having me, brother. It's good to see you.
You too, man.
IG.